Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Friday, September the 10th. We're going to talk about a very important event that is coming up. It's called the Columbia Crop Walk, and I want to introduce you to Edith Prince. Good to have you back again, Edith.
Thank you.
Linda Reed Brown. That last name sure sounds familiar.
It
You just
should.
happen to be Larry Brown's wife, right?
It should, yes.
Yeah. Good to have both of you here.
Thank you.
You wanted to touch on last year's crop walk before we get started with this year.
Well, in 2020, when we began, we thought we would have a goal of $20,000, which is what we'd raised in 2019. But then panic hit and COVID hit, and we went virtual and thought maybe we can raise $8,000 for the local food pantries and our sponsor, Church World Service. But Columbia came through, and $17,000 was raised.
That's amazing.
And so
Yeah.
the food pantries here in Columbia were able to do a lot of the work that they otherwise might not have been able to do. And in fact, the job got bigger because of COVID.
Okay. So this year you're going to have, it's not going to be virtual, right?
No, it'll be at the farmers market, the Columbia Ag,
Okay.
Park.
So the crop walk this year is when?
September the 19th. Registration begins about 1:30, and the walk will be at 2 o'clock.
So how are you raising money for the walk?
Well, we ask people to hit up their friends, neighbors, their Facebook friends, and tell them the reason. The reason is to help people get food, sustainable services through local food pantries. So we ask people to do that, and we work with a lot of faith groups. Last year, we still have 15 faith groups, 15 churches in Columbia.
That's
that
wonderful.
in some way raised money.
So people can sign up individually or as a team
They may.
to
yes,
walk.
Yes.
And how long is the walk?
Well, as long as it takes you to get around
Okay.
the track.
We're doing the loop. We're doing the loop around the Clary-Shy Community Park, which is the farmers market park.
Okay.
And so it's not very long. People might be able to do it in 10 or 15 minutes, or it may take half an hour or 45 minutes,
Okay.
depending
So
on the
you can
people.
go at your own speed.
Go at your own
Yes.
Go at your own
Yes.
speed. The important thing is that you just go. And as you're going
Right.
at your own speed, you're raising money for the food bank.
That food pantries.
Food pantry.
Food
For
pantries.
Loaves and Fishes Soup Kitchen, Destiny Worship Center Food Pantry, which is up in the north part of Columbia. For Russell Chapel Food Pantry, which is right in central Columbia. And Fifth Street Christian Church does a community meal once a month.
Okay. Is there a phone number or a web page that people can go to for more information?
The best is the web page, which is crophungerwalk.org/ColumbiaMo.
Okay.
But we also have a Facebook, which is Como Crop, facebook.com Como Crop.
Okay. Edith, anything else that you want to add?
I just wanted to remind everybody what CROP stands for. It's the community response to overcome poverty. So we're just trying to help to alleviate some of the
Community response to overcome poverty. That is what the crop walk is about. It's a good title. It's good to help people to put food on the table.
yes.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming by. I wish you continued success with the crop walk. Since you raised $17,000 virtually last year, maybe you'll raise $27,000 this year.
Be wonderful.
From your mouth to
To God
whatever
here.
it takes
All
to
right.
happen. Thank you, Paul, for
You're
having
welcome.
us.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pleasure having you both.
Bye-bye.
But
All right, now I want to introduce you to YVETTE Chambers, who is with us from ParentLink. Good to have
Hello.
you here, YVETTE.
Thank you. Good to be here.
If some people listening or watching are not familiar, explain what ParentLink is.
So, ParentLink is part of the University of Missouri. That is a resource. It helps families get connected to resources in the community that they need for themselves or for the children that they care for.
Well, give us an example.
Okay, so I work for the kinship program. So if a kinship provider, which would be a grandparent, another relative, even a close family friend or neighbor, would need a resource for, let's say, assistance with Medicaid. So we would help them with that and get them connected to the right person. Mental health professionals, we have a resource space for that, and we would help a family get connected to a good fit for them and their family. We do distribution of diapers, essential items.
You do?
We do, yes.
Sorry, let's say somebody listening needs diapers. What do they have to do? Do they have to qualify for it?
There is no qualification except for that, obviously they need to have a child in their home that is needing diapers or wipes.
But there's no financial qualification.
No, there is not.
So what do they do?
So they need to call the Warm Line or the Kin for Kid line.
The warm line.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So it's not the hot line.
It's the warm line,
and
exactly.
What's the phone number for the warm line?
So
you know it off the top of your head?
The Warm Line and the Kid for Kin line are the same, and it's 1-833-KIN-4-KID.
Okay.
And I can read the numbers to you.
Do it a little bit slower. Maybe they want to run and get a pencil. You can do that. Okay.
Okay, it is 1-833-546-4543.
4543.
Yes.
And that's the warm line, and that's the kin line?
The Kin for Kid line. So
Kin for Kid line.
Yes. So the kinship providers can call that line, and they will. The phone lines are answered by master level folks that maybe social workers or counselors or human development or
Is this
educators.
local? Or are you getting a local person when you call that number?
Yes, you will get a live person, typically here in Boone County, but it's a statewide program, so any kinship caregiver across the state can call that number. And
do you know off the top of your head, what would be one of the most unusual requests for assistance that you've had?
Well, I don't answer the warm line. I'm one of the ones that get referred to if they need resources. But we just get a lot of calls. Legal assistance. Sometimes we even get kiddos that call it and ask about how they can handle a situation with their caregivers or their parents.
Really?
Yeah. So that it's where we're.
You will have kids call.
Well, high school kids maybe
and say
that are.
There's a situation going on here. I need some assistance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that has happened. So.
Thank you so much for sharing that information.
Yeah,
I'll give it
sure.
to you one more time here. It's 1-833-546-4543 or 833-KIN-4, the number 4, KID.
You got it.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
by.
Yes.
Pleasure having you and meeting you after all these years.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. pepperpmissouri.edu. Bye-bye.